they call this hockey weather. And Seattle has had a steady diet of this stuff for the last few days. The final game of 2021. Ready to ring it out, and the Kraken Nation is here. The Calgary Flames make their first appearance in the Emerald City. The teams are on the ice. A big crowd is always inside Climate Pledge Arena. And the PA voice, Joshua Hunter. Look to snap a skid tonight. The last time they won, Chris Driedger had the victory in San Jose. This will be his 7th start of the season. He'll be opposed by Jacob Markstrom at the other end. He's had a sensational season for Calgary. His team has the best winning percentage in the Pacific Division as you take a look at his numbers. Mark Giordano is approaching 1,000 games, and a lion's share of that has been played with the Calgary Flames. 15 seasons prior to this one, 8 seasons as captain. First season as the captain here in Seattle, and JT, what a moment for him.
It's got to be a special game for him to play him in the regular season for the first time. So many special memories held in that Calgary sweater.
Snoqualmie Casino Sportsbook opening faceoff. It'll be Yanni Gourde for Seattle. Elias Lindholm for Calgary sits back and enjoy this one off the draw. Mark Giordano goes cross ice for Colin Blackwell. He'll clear it all the way back in the Flame zone. Elias Lindholm centering this top line. It's frozen by Markstrom, and we get our first stoppage.
Good start there for the Gourde line, getting pucks in. This is a line that continues to work, getting pucks in down low and being able to outwork their opponents.
Starting lines will be at the top of your screen, brought to you by Emerald Queen Casino, as always. Forward lines and defense pairings. Gourde, Calle Järnkrok, and Colin Blackwell for Seattle. Jamie Oleksiak tonight is his 400th NHL game, stationed on defense with Mark Giordano. Oleksiak gets to it. His shot is blocked, nullified by Blake Coleman. After being a teammate with Yanni Gourde in Tampa Bay and back-to-back Stanley Cups his first year as a Flame, Rasmus Andersson. Lead pass on the wing. Tyler Pitlick is nullified. Giordano takes over. He'll take it back. He's hounded by Michael Backlund, and it comes all the way back in the Calgary zone. Christopher Tanev, the brother of Brandon, back on it. Icing is called here. Dylan Dubé will take this draw in the Seattle zone. To the left of Driedger, off the draw now. Comes back for Oliver Shillington. His shot caught by Driedger. We'll just slow it down and get another face-off.
It's good they're allowed to change the Gourde line. Able to switch out now that the face-off is going to be in there. It's not an icing. Driedger's able to see that one from far out. That's an easy first shot for him. You like to have those ones early to get the confidence going.
Calgary, their first game in 19 days. December 11th at home, a 4-2 loss against Boston. The entire team was hit by COVID. In the holiday break, they've had 7 games postponed. Jordan Eberle now takes a hit from Dubé, clears it in. And we get a face-off with 51 seconds gone in this first period. Icing against Seattle, a face-off in their zone.
That's such a long time between games to find that rhythm back. Even though they were able to practice before this last game, have a couple days, the rhythm and the timing, it's so much quicker. You can't exactly replicate a game speed in a practice.
Seattle coming off their overtime loss last night against Philadelphia. They played well, so much to like for Dave Hackstall's team tonight. Without Jaden Schwartz, a late scratch. We got that news at the warm-up. Cole Lind is back in the lineup from the taxi squad for the Kraken. Now Jeremy Lauzon. Play to the wall. Jared McCann checked by Trevor Lewis. Morgan Geekie will take the place of Schwartz. He'll center this top line, flanked by Eberle and McCann. To the wall. Brad Richardson taken down by Will Borgen. Played well last night. McCann resets it for the Kraken. Borgen with a shot stopped by Markstrom. And fanning on the rebound and forking it wide again was Morgan Geekie. Eberle's shot turned out by Markstrom. Now Geekie out of the corner. McCann. Greeted there a bit by Sean Monahan. Eberle sends it back. Borgen snaps it deep. Here's McCann. He's spun down by Monahan, and the Kraken, with a great sequence, go to the power play.
Offensive pressure. You have a good shot by Borgen. Rebound goes right out in front. Geeky's not able to handle it. Get another look. Geeky in front trying to get it. Soucy smartly tries to feather a pass to the back door. You have the penalty on Monahan right there. He puts the cross-checking right on the back, right along the edge of the pants or breezers, whatever way you call the
Wait a minute
equipment.
now. What'd you call it?
I call them breezers.
Breezers.
Yeah, but people call them pants.
I've always called them pants.
Breezers.
Breezers.
It's a Minnesota thing.
I'm going to dwell on that for a bit now. Gord sends it across. First power play. Muckles shoot casino power play for the Kraken. Geeky. Good pass for Soucy. Gord, where he scored last night, blocked by Noah Hannafin. Soucy up top. His shot caught, fought off by Markstrom. He spat out a rebound. Soucy now, one-timer. Geeky, it goes wide. He kind of wedged it. Now Gord along the boards, broken up by Michael Backlund. He's out. He'll cross the line. He has a man in front fanning on it, Elias Lindholm. Calgary has scored 2 shorthanded goals this season. Both have come on the road. The Kraken power play checks in at number 20. Geeky asserts. Greeted there by Rasmus Andersson. Now Wenberg spins off a hit. Donskoy moves it across for Gord. He'll corral it. Yanni Gord sets up shop. He'll take it in, look it over, survey it across. Wenberg, now Soucy. Soucy to Wenberg. He'll crawl in. Right by Donskoy in the slot. Gord, Soucy. In the ring, Wenberg. Now Soucy. Shot swallowed up by Markstrom.
Getting some good movement on the power play. Getting some shots that from up top. Soucy's able to get a one-timer in. You have Wenberg feeding it right back. This time Markstrom does hold on to it. No rebound, but so far there's already been a couple of rebounds early from Markstrom. Maybe a little bit of rust. Not seeing the puck in game time speed, but a few shots that have been laying there around for Seattle. If they can get to the front of the net, they might have a rebound to poke home.
3 shots in the power play, not bad. Giordano, the ex-Flame, wide, and now Jordan Eberle. Good stick by Eric Goodbranson. McCann, Giordano, a wrist shot through traffic off the bevy of humanity, and now it's dumped out to center. Trevor Lewis gets after it. He won 2 Stanley Cups in Los Angeles for the Calgary head coach, Daryl Sutter, who's done a great job taking over late last season. Now Eberle cut it off, but the Flames bring it out. Andrew Mangiapane. He has 17 goals leading Calgary. Anderson with a shot. Great stop by Drieger. He'll hang on.
That's a really important save. Short-handed attempt from Calgary's Anderson. Jumping up into the play. Mangiapane finds him late. But look how far out Chris Drieger comes out to cut off the angle. Not allow a lot of room for this shot to go in. All the way outside the top of the blue paint, cutting off a lot of space.
We mentioned Mangiapane's 17 goals. 16 have been scored on the road. This team is dynamite away from home. Shot taken from the wing by Matthew Tkachuk is blocked. Lindholm, Tkachuk in back of the goal. Off the back of it, all the way back, Zadorov. Monahan out of the box. Calgary kills it off. Max McCormick out to center in back of Colin Blackwell. Johnny Gaudreau. Elias Lindholm right on the money for Matthew Tkachuk with a cross-corner dump in. Jeremy Lauzon scored his first goal as a Kraken last night. Twice. 1 counted. And now Calgary in control. Lindholm spins it all the way back in. Icing should have been called. They wave it off at the last second. Drieger thought so. To the wall it goes. Tkachuk without his stick. Alexander True ahead now for Colin Blackwell. He'll get it in back of Noah Hannafin. Now Rasmus Andersson. Crunched on the forecheck by Max McCormick. Borgen run into some heat downstairs. I like this. Out to center now. As the boys crank up the physicality early. Pitlick, who was taken in the expansion draft by Seattle, traded the day after to Calgary for a 4th-round pick. It goes by Donskoy. Played along the boards. Backlund out to center. Here's Pitlick on cue. Shot taken wide of Drieger. Off the boards, forked wide by Tyler Pitlick. And now to the point, Shillington. His shot, a fair catch and a drop-off by Chris Drieger. Giordano paired on defense with Alexiak, who has the puck. This is Alexander Wenberg to the outside. Calle Jarnkrok spins off Chris Tanev. Dylan Dubé. And now the Flames out to center. The veteran Milan Lucic. Mangiapane. Look out in the Kraken bench. We get a stoppage of play.
Good start so far from Seattle. Obviously, they had the power play and able to get a couple more chances, but you can see the speed. They don't have as much rust going through the neutral zone. They're getting pucks in places where they can go get them back. A good start 5 minutes in.
Yanni Gourde out to take this face-off, opposed by Sean Monahan, who centers the fourth line. At one time, he was the #1 center for the Calgary Flames. They have excellent balance. They are 11-4-2 on the road, second best in the NHL. Blackwell fans, shot taken. Giordano has scored. It's a giant moment for Gio, and the Kraken are off and running.
Well, John, you couldn't have picked a better person to score that goal, to take the 1-0 lead. Starts with a good forecheck from Gourde's line. Right here, he's going to throw it underneath the glove side of Markstrom. There's traffic out in front. Gio's in the right spot at right time. Gourde getting out in front, trying to create a little bit of havoc. But what a shot and timing for Gio to be in the right spot and to put that into the back of the net. You got to like the way the team celebrated around him, embraced him.
Just wonderful. Norris Trophy 2019, the NHL's top defenseman as a member of Calgary. And he scores the first goal tonight for his new team. The Kraken were to play in Calgary on December 23rd. That game was postponed. This is the first of 4 meetings. Wenberg at the line with Johansson, who has it. Wenberg all the way across off a defensive stick. Corralled by Lindholm. Now Johnny Gaudreau. He'll play it off the stick of Adam Larson, who was outstanding in his return to the play last night from COVID. Anderson shot patted down by Drieger. Larson now orchestrates the breakout. He'll think twice. Retrack it just inside the line. He'll wind it in back of Markstrom all the way around. Shillington hampered by Everly, supported by Geekie, and now it comes across for McCann. Borgen at the point. Jared McCann and Borgen, they play catch. It goes by Borgen. Susie, a winder caught by Jacob Markstrom. And we get a stoppage of play. What a moment and what a celebration. 38 years young. The heart and soul of the Seattle Kraken. Mark Giordano. And how did it happen?
A simple dumped-in puck. Yanni Gourde gets on his horse, forces the door up to make a bad play. Gio jumps up into the zone, gets the puck right on his stick, but it's a solid forecheck, forces a bad turnover. You wish Blackwell had an opportunity there, fanned on it, but it goes right onto Giordano's stick, and he makes no mistake putting it in the back of the net.
Just about 7 minutes gone in the opening period. Good start for the Kraken. Tanev, Shillington. Now Johnny Gaudreau all the way across off the defensive stick of Yanni Gourde. Lindholm off the shin guard of Blackwell. Carried in by Gaudreau. His shot blocked in front. It was Jeremy Lauzon. And now Shillington goes deep. Kachuk. Pass read by Adam Larson. Gaudreau. Lindholm with a shot. Good save by Drieger. And the Kraken get it out. Through the center ice zone. Kachuk. He had it. He lost it. And the Kraken take it back. Adam Larson swings it across. For his partner, Jeremy Lauzon. Andrew Mangiapane gains entry. Lays it off for Dylan Dubé. His pass rejected by Adam Larson. Good Branson from the flank. Tipped wide off Lauzon's stick. Out in front to the wall. Dubé to the corner. The scrum. With just about 8 minutes gone in this first period. 12 shots in the game, 7 by Seattle. Zadorov. Good Branson. Zings it for Lucic. His shot sealed off and covered by Chris Drieger.
Calgary did a good job leaving a third person high up top. It's Lucic is able to get that shot. Drieger doing a good job, though, not allowing the rebound to bounce out too far. Stops it right out in front, is able to get the glove right on top before Dubé could get a whack at it.
Sean Monahan crossing sticks here with Seattle's Alexander True, who took 2 faceoffs last night, won them both. False start, and they'll do it again. John Forsland, JT Brown, Jen Mueller, along with our great crew. Final game of 2021 in this historic season. Shot from Hanifin is tipped wide. Trevor Lewis knocking on the door. Good save again by Chris Drieger. Alexander True hands it off to Mark Giordano. A lead pass too far ahead of Max McCormick, who gets it back from Anderson. He'll go deep. Cole Lind goes to work on Hanifin. The Flames will escape harm. It's carried out by Brad Richardson. He'll gain center, scale it in. Trevor Lewis readies for a hit thrown at him along the boards by Jamie Oleksiak. Giordano, Cole Lind. In the skates of True, the captain covers up and Giordano swings it back for Oleksiak. Seattle waits for a completed change up front. It goes off Tannen. Johansson hits a hole, drops it off. Donskoy gives chase. He's nullified by Shillington. Wenberg taken down by Michael Backlund. Here's Pitlick. Good gap. Gapping up that time was Will Borgen. Now it's cleared all the way around and out of the reach of Oliver Shillington back out to center. Backlund. Back checked by Wenberg. You see it come back in the Flame zone. Zadorov. Coleman run into in a hard way by Will Borgen, who wants to stay in the lineup. Zadorov, Goodbranson. Calgary out to center ice. It's dumped all the way back in. Soucy to the outside. Johnny Gaudreau now. Matthew Tkachuk out in front. Here's Zadorov. Gaudreau, he scores! Johnny Gaudreau left all alone. A beautiful pass by Nikita Zadorov. And the Flames have tied it.
Everyone, even including myself, I thought that Zadorov was going to shoot this puck. He's right at the top of the circles. Finds Gaudreau on the offside. One-timer side, elects to catch it, shoot it right off. Drieger's out of position. He was expecting a shot as well. You can tell right there, and it's an empty net. Goes right under the legs of Blackwell. But what a play by Zadorov to not shoot that puck and find Gaudreau on the offside.
It's the 11th goal of the season for Johnny Gaudreau, his 31st scoring point. This is his 29th game. And the equalizer here in the early stages at Climate Pledge Arena. Anderson with a wedge by Tkachuk in a battle with Yarncroke, and now Blackwell. Kelly Yarncroke, it goes by him. He'll rally to the wall out of the corner now. Yanni Gourde works it over with Blackwell. Anderson hounded by Yarncroke. Lindholm kicks it out to Hanifin. And they get it out to center. Noah Hanifin. Johnny Gaudreau. One-timer taken, blocked by Lauzon off the stick of Tkachuk. It's taken care of by Larson out in front now. Kelly Yarncroke. Indirect pass finding Colin Blackwell, who goes off in a change. He'll send it in. Noah Hanifin has tied. He was taken 5th overall in the 2015 draft by Carolina. And the Kraken general manager, Ron Francis. That one deflects on a play. We get a stoppage here. 9:24 left in the opening period. Mark Giordano started the scoring, but it was answered by Johnny Hockey on a chilly night in Seatown. We're back in Seattle. Chris Drieger, JT, guilty of delay of game.
He's going to stop the puck behind the net. It's a little bit on edge. Tries to shoot it out. It goes right up into the netting. No deflection. That's where you're going to get the penalty for delay of game. You got to be careful, though. This Calgary team showing why they're so good on the road. Their power play actually has a better percentage on the road than it does at home.
And now Seattle finally will send Jared McCann to serve the penalty. There's the evidence. It took a while. So now Calgary sets up a power play. That's number 11, number 7 on the road. The Kraken kill is number 20. Johnny Gaudreau has tied the game after Mark Giordano, playing for the first time ever against his former team in the regular season, started the scoring. Anderson shot answered by the pad of Chris Drieger, and Seattle gets it out. Markstrom a handle, moved on for Johnny Gaudreau. Out to center ice. Pass for Lindholm, and now Tkachuk. He'll cut in. He's defended by Jeremy Lauzon. Rasmus Anderson plays it outside the blue line. Delayed offside. Calgary now tags up. Larson goes D-to-D with Lauzon, who feeds it all the way down to kill some time. $1:25 left on this kill. Rasmus Anderson for Sean Monahan. He'll send it back in a reset for Johnny Gaudreau. He'll defer off for Monahan. Back to the point. It's Anderson. To the half wall, Gaudreau. Now Monahan's shot goes off a stick, and it goes out of play. So Carolina has the best road record in the NHL. Calgary with 11, tied with the New York Rangers and the Vegas Golden Knights.
It's a hard thing to do, to be that good and that strong on the road, but that just shows a consistent team that's playing the same way both at home and on the road. They don't care where they are.
Michael Backlund taking this draw. Hanifin now. Shillington, Noah Hanifin, Oliver Shillington. Stopped by Drieger. The rebound, Giordano. And it's pushed out to center. And Markstrom comes way out to get it ahead of Jonas Donskoy, who was looking for a shorthanded breakaway. Now Noah Hanifin sends it deep, cut off by Giordano. He'll rim it along the boards and clear it all the way back to the angular goaltender at 6'6", Jacob Markstrom. Calgary out to center, Mangiapane. Here's Backlund. Michael Backlund goes wide of Larson. To the point, held in by Noah Hanifin. Cross ice. The Flames reset it. Shillington, Hanifin around the clock. Backlund, Hanifin, a bomb wide, stick side, and it's dumped out by Adam Larson. 10 seconds left on the Flames' first power play. Zadorov, Dylan Dubé, over the line, he can scoop. Was off the stick of Goodbranson. He's shouldered hard by Lauzon. Pitlick to the point. The Kraken kill it off. Larson a handoff. This is McCann out of the box. He's taken down. They play on. Geeky at the line. McCann. Everly delays his shot. Shoulder down by Markstrom. Fed to the wall. McCann goes deep. Everly out of the corner. Pass cut off by Tyler Pitlick. He's out crisscrossing with Blake Coleman, who's from Plano, Texas, a hockey hotbed. Now it's laid across. But the Dallas Stars have a lot to do with that. They've done an excellent job fortifying amateur hockey in the state of Texas since coming there in the late 90s from Minnesota. Now it's carried out. Sean Monahan will split the D, roll it in on Drieger. He'll handle it. Free to the point. Anderson on a change with a shot swallowed up by Drieger.
Puck's going to just jump out loose. Anderson does the right thing on and off the stick, but you see the box out in front from Borgen. That gives Drieger a little bit more time, a little more space, and being able to see the puck and allow not having a rebound and swallowing it up.
See the goal differential for Calgary. There have been 15 hits in this game, 9 by the Flames off the draw. Will Borgen lays it off the boards, cut off momentarily by Hanifin. Carson Soucy takes it back. Will Borgen has time. Kicked out the center by Johansson. He gets it back from Wenberg. Here come the Kraken. Donskoy with a shot swallowed up without rebound by Markstrom.
Calgary early had a little bit of that rust. You've seen they've started to pour it on a little bit after Mark Giordano's goal. They've had a little bit more sustained pressure. Seattle's got to be up to the challenge for this team that has all this energy. They want to be in this game. It's been so long since they played. That's something you're looking at right now.
The Wenberg line will stay out for Dave Hackstall. Wenberg, Johansson, and Donskoy. Lindholm, good centerman, wins the draw. Larson at the point will trap the zone. It goes wide. It's by the backside of Wenberg, and now Donskoy holding onto it. Back of the goal. Out in front, Johansson shortens up on his stick. He'll play it to the far side. There's Jeremy Lauzon. Awaiting is Alex Wenberg away from Tanev. Johansson in back of the goal to the outside. Good stick defensively by Elias Lindholm, and it comes all the way back in Kraken ice. Adam Larson. Move it across now for Lauzon. Will chip in charge by Johansson, but he couldn't get it deep enough, and now through center, Mangiapane. Lays it back for Dylan Dubé. Snapped in by Nikita Zadorov. Lucic out in front. Just off the stick of Mangiapane. Yanni Gourde out to center with an aerial flip. It's a bouncer, a tough one for Zadorov. He was pestered by Blackwell. It ricochets right to Eric Branson. Milan Lucic won a Stanley Cup in Boston in 2011. Mangiapane to an open wing. Dylan Dubé, read by Oleksiak. He sets up Yanni Gourde. Giordano had a tough time getting out. Yarncroke. Good stick by Hanifin, and a reset for Calgary. 4:40 left in period one. Noah Hanifin in control. Through center. Was off the stick of Blake Coleman. Soucy's back. Pitlick got there for the Flames. Now Kiki for Carson Soucy. Now Will Borgen out to center off the stick of Kiki. Rejected by Hanifin. Turned back. The Flames will transition. Michael Backlund for Blake Coleman. Interrupted by Soucy. McCann for Borgen. A good play there. Jordan Eberle goes cross ice. Jared McCann moves it by Rasmus Anderson. He throws on the brakes. Lays it this way for Jordan Eberle. Eberle, good pass to the corner for Geekie. He'll rim it all the way back for Lauzon. To the line and out, it's Geekie. A cut on Backlund, a good one. Morgan Geekie out in front. Picked off by Blake Coleman. And the Flames are back out. Rasmus Anderson couldn't go deep with that one. Seattle reorganizes. Larson dead center. It's true. A bouncer in on Markstrom. He'll hang on. 3:37 left in period number one. Two Sellies here. 38 years old. He can still get it done, and Johnny Hockey does the same for Calgary. Stick around. October 2006, Mark Giordano as a Calgary Flame. His first goal in his hometown in Toronto. And tonight, JT, he starts the scoring.
Scored from an almost identical spot. This time shot glove side instead of blocker. But that's something you'll see from him. He likes to jump up into the play, and you got to be happy for him to score against his former team.
Mark is an undrafted player like my partner, JT Brown. And when you're undrafted and you make the National Hockey League, that's the first step, and that's hard. You stick around for a while, as JT did, and Mark really has. That's something else. Oleksiak now off the boards, corralled by Markstrom. No further play. Alexander True getting involved. Trevor Lewis out in front. Brad Richardson there too, along with Sean Monahan, because this is a situation of everybody in.
Not a whole lot there. Puck bounces off the back end wall, but you see a little battle with True and Shillington. Couple cross checks here and there. You got to like when the whole team gets in. Like you said, one goes in, we all go in.
Now for our new fans, it is everybody in except for the attacking defensemen. In this case, Giordano and Oleksiak. If they infringe the circles, the faceoff comes outside the line. Giordano moved all the way back. So they want to keep the face-off in the attacking zone, so that's why Jamie Oleksiak, he would have enjoyed being in the middle of that, but he stays to the outside. It comes all the way back down here. No icing. Giordano will flip it out to center. Controlled by Zadorov. More commentary from downstairs like we had last night. We apologize for some of it. Now it's cleared in, but it is colorful now. Gaudreau, Zadorov with a shot kicked out with a purpose by Drieger. To the wall it goes, Johansson. And now Alex Wenberg has control. He fumbled it. Lindholm Rejected at the line by Larson, and now Jonas Donskoy. Nikita Zadorov came over in a trade with Chicago. And he is a tower of power back there. 6'6", 245. Zadorov out to center. Good Branson. Those two have to be two of the most rugged of a pairing in the National Hockey League.
Will not be fun to play.
No. Mangiapane, Anderson now hinging out as Hannafin. The Boston native with a shot rejected. Good stick save by Drieger. Good because the control of the rebound went right to the wall, and the Kraken get it out. Here's Eberle. He'll dart in, nullified, taken down by Anderson. A penalty will follow. Back down by McCann. Now Geekie to the outside and back. Soucy at the point. Delayed penalty. 6 skaters out for Seattle. Here's Soucy. Moved across for Borgen. Carson Soucy to the outside for Eberle. Good pass for Gord, but it jumps his stick. Borgen at the point. Now Soucy again. They work it on the outskirts. Calgary finally gets possession. So Rasmus Anderson goes for holding.
Eberle does a good job making a little move inside out. You see the right hand, grabs onto him, the stick's in between the legs. You're going to get a little bit of a hold there. That's a good call by the officials. You got a minute and 37 seconds left before the end of the period, so you still have some time to work with on the power play.
Muckleshoot Casino power play as always. McCann, Yarncroke, Johansson, Giordano, and Eberle. 4 forwards. Malone D is the captain. Now Eberle moved in the ring, broken up, dumped out by Michael Backlund, and all the way back down. 1:23 left in period 1, tied at 1. Mark Giordano, who started the scoring tonight, deals it back for Marcus Johansson. Through center, hits the line. Pawed down a bit by Yarncroke. Tanev, Michael Backlund, excellent penalty killer, back out. Backlund delays his shot, swallowed up by Drieger. No further play. Kraken fans, now's the time to vote for the NHL All-Star Game captains. Jaden Schwartz, Jordan Eberle, Mark Giordano on the ballot. Let's get one of our boys into the lead. Vote now at NHL.com, all-star-ballot. Still don't understand all the dashes now. I never will. Soucy out to center. Gord in control. Moved along for Donskoy at the line. Good play by Hannafin. He tries to punch it out. Picked up by Soucy. 40 seconds left in the period. This is Geekie. A sweep check and a tackle by Zadorov. They play on, no call. Lewis out of the corner, grinding. Geekie has lost his stick. Trevor Lewis, the veteran, ties it up. They continue that scrum. Wenberg lays it back for Gord, who sets up Soucy and gets it back. A one-timer blocked by Hannafin. Soucy will trap the zone. Zadorov will get to it. They'll lumber out. 9 seconds left in the period. Zadorov goes high. 4 seconds left in the period. Gord back out. Jonas Donskoy at the line. That'll do it. Little disturbance with Zadorov in the mix. Kraken intermission presented by Jack in the Box will come your way next. Good period, spirited play, and a great moment for the Kraken captain Mark Giordano against his former team, who started the scoring, answered by Johnny Gaudreau. After 20 minutes, Calgary and Seattle tied at 1. This one's tied at 1. John and JT back upstairs here in the booth. A quick comment on period 1.
Overall, it was an okay period. Wasn't as good as the game last night, but it is a 1-1 game. You're in the game, and that's the most important thing.
I haven't forgotten about that lapel pin. We'll get to that later on. Numbers made easy. Sponsored by Geico. Physical period, 10 hits on each side. We're going to take a look at tonight's Taco Bell take. It involves Yanni Gord and how impactful his production is. When you take a look at Yanni and he gets on the score sheet, that's what happens to the Kraken. But JT, it's more than that.
On the first goal, he doesn't get on the point sheet, so he does a lot more. Beyond that, it's the forecheck. It's using his legs. He has that energy. He brings the emotion to the game. A simple puck in, which Zadorov has the puck, has control. It's the forecheck that forces the turnover, which leads to the goal. He gets to the front of the net, tries to create havoc in front for a screen. He can do more than just the point sheet.
I'm going to make you explain that lapel pin before long. Anyway, Snoqualmie Casino Sportsbook opening face-off of the second period. John Forsland, JT Brown, Jen Mueller, along with our great crew, Mark Giordano, who started the scoring. McCann on the doorstep, they score! It's a cash-in for Kelly. Kelly Yarncroke, and Seattle has broken the tie.
Well, that's a good start right off the face-off. It's a one draw. The simple play, Gio jumps up into the play, looking for that backhand over to McCann, gets a good shot on net. Yarncroke goes right to the front, stops at the blue paint, doesn't circle by, and the puck is laying right open for him. A little bit of hand-eye, knocks it down off the bounce, and puts it into the empty cage. A great play by Gio jumping up, but Yarncroke stopping right at the top of the blue paint. That's where good things happen.
Stop and find McCash. And Yarncroke delivers 9 seconds into the second period. So we could have some Kraken history in terms of scoring early in a period. Now it's cleared in. Blackwell kicks it back. Hannafin goes deep. Johnny Gaudreau awaiting out in front. Off the defensive stick of Jeremy Lauzon. It's walked out by Kelly Yarncroke. Shot taken off a stick off Kachuk. Goes high and out of play from Jeremy Lauzon. EQC scoring summary. Kelly Yarncroke is third, 9 seconds in from Jared McCann and Mark Giordano, who has 2 points tonight.
And that's just a perfect start for Seattle. Didn't have their best period going forward for the later half of that first period. You go back to the locker room, you decompress, it's still a 1-1 game, and you come out right away first shift and you score that quickly. It's got to go good for their confidence.
Kelly Yarncroke has 2 points tonight. Also, a centering pass never got through from Jordan Eberle. Then he's rubbed out by Noah Hannafin. Calgary out to center. Second period of the long change. Dylan Dubé. Pass cut off by Jamie Oleksiak. It goes high over Drieger. Mangiapane sends it back for Tanev. He refines the handle. He goes deep with it. Giordano out of the corner to the wall. Moved along by McCann. Picked up by Eberle. A tough time getting out. Mangiapane for Dubé. His shot caught by Chris Drieger.
A little more rough stuff here. This time Oleksiak is involved. It's a big timely save for Drieger. The puck isn't able to get out of the zone. We saw in last night's game that they gave up a goal right away after Seattle has scored. This time Drieger's able to make the glove save, but again, it's a timely one. He can't get the puck out. The turnover leads to a good chance for Calgary.
Chris Drieger has acquitted himself very nicely here at the outset of this game. Elias Lindholm, Johnny Gaudreau, Matthew Kachuk is the line for Daryl Sutter. In his second go-around as the bench boss of Calgary. He won two Stanley Cups with Los Angeles in 2012 and 2014. Back it goes, Tanev at the point. He'll send it in. It goes off a stick. Tanev again rejected in front by Adam Larson. Picked up by Jonas Donskoy. He'll hit the line. He'll go wide of Shillington. Throw on the brakes. He'll button hook a bit and send it back in. Elias Lindholm out of the corner is dogged on the play. It squirts out to Johnny Gaudreau. Now Matthew Kachuk, a reverse hit on Jeremy Lauzon. Now comes all the way back to Jacob Markstrom. Calgary starts the breakout through center. Larson goes by Max McCormick. Now Kachuk will send it back for Nikita Zadorov. Calgary in the process of a line change. Branson fumbled by Zadorov, hurried up by Cole Lind. His pass is picked off by Michael Backlund, and the Flames are out. This is Tkachuk. His shot goes off the stick of Susie, off the glass, and out of play.
A lot of times you don't get a very good look from that far out. Tkachuk was able to use the screen, the Diaz's screen, a little bit of a high rising shot. Gets past Drieger, but good thing it went a little bit high.
Faceoff will stay put in the Seattle zone. Yanni Gourde, Michael Backlund will handle the honors here. It goes to the wall, sent back at Branson off the defensive stick of Kelly Yarncroke. That one too goes out of play. Kraken will stay home and ring in the new year on New Year's night. The Vancouver Canucks will be here. They're in Los Angeles tonight. But Branson's shot, blocker down, and a rebound taken care of by Chris Drieger. We start with Kraken pregame presented by Coors Light at 6:30 on January 1st. Icing is called here against the Kraken. Shots are 17-12 Calgary. Face off to the wall. Pitlick wrapped up by Will Borgen. Gourde picks off the pass from Michael Backlund. Out to center ice. It's turned back by Carson Soucy. He's paired on defense with Will Borgen. Yarncroke at dead center. Defers it back. Borgen this way for Soucy. Indirect pass for Gourde. He'll punch it in. Zadorov throws on the brakes. He pulls up on a hit thrown at him by Yanni Gourde. It comes all the way back down. No icing. Giordano out through center. Comes all the way back in Calgary ice. Good hustle by Alexander True. Alexiak in the skates of Max McCormick. Now True out of the corner. Cole Lind will get to it. Alexiak with a shot blocked by Rasmus Andersson. He's hounded by Lind. And the Flames now attempt to get out. Trevor Lewis. Good checking by Alexander True, and now McCormick tried to slam it in. Here's Lind. He'll pull up, lay it back. Sean Monahan was taken down, and Seattle will be penalized. So it will be Seattle's Max McCormick to the box. And Calgary gets their second power play.
2 minutes for cross-checking.
You can see Lind go into the wall there. You can see a little bit of McCormick. Check on Monahan right there.
Well, they called it cross-checking. Lindholm, Monahan stays out there with Matthew Tkachuk, Rasmus Andersson, and Johnny Gaudreau. That's the power play for Calgary. Gaudreau at the point. Tkachuk snaps it across now for Rasmus Andersson. Downstairs, Lindholm moves it back and gets it back from Andersson. Shot taken, patted down by Drieger. No rebound and a face-off.
So here's where the penalty was actually called. Lind is going to get the puck, and he's going to get a hit right here. Nope, it was actually right there. McCormick with the cross-check. It was the hit in the neutral zone, but either way, he's going to the box. 2 minutes for cross-checking.
Drieger on the short side shuts the door on Tkachuk, and now Gaudreau, who has a goal, and make it two. Johnny Gaudreau finds just a little bit of a hole. That's all he needs. Johnny Hockey has a power play goal, and Calgary has tied it.
Definitely have to watch out for Gaudreau on the power play. A quick little play right there, down low play for Tkachuk. But then two guys go down. Johnny Hockey has way too much time. You have that time and space. He's going to be able to pick his spot off the post and in. But again, it's a nice battle. They did a nice low play with Tkachuk at the goal line, able to retrieve that puck. When you get second chance opportunities, it gets the penalty kill out of position, and that's where Johnny Hockey has that much time.
Off the pipe and in on Calgary's 20th shot to the wall. The scrum develops. Mangiapane. Now Lucic, fans on it, second chance, goes off a stick. Shillington up on the play. This way it's Andrew Mangiapane. They'll take it out. Move it by Tanev, and now Will Borgen from his own territory. Breakaway. McCann, he gets to it. Off the goalpost. What a play by Jared McCann just to get to it and almost finish it. Michael Backlund broken up. Eberle out to center. Now Zadorov. Moved out for Tyler Pitlick over the line. He goes wide. He spun along that time and crunched by Susie. Giordano hunts it down, takes a hit. A heavy one from Pitlick, and it comes all the way down. Icing here against the Kraken.
That would have been one heck of an answer by McCann right after a Calgary goal. He gets a breakaway. It's stretched out in front of him. Goes back to the backhand. Thought he might be trying to do a little one-handed play there, right out of space. Able to get a little bit of it up and off the post over the pad. A really good play and a nice try for McCann on that.
Off the draw now, Zadorov. Coleman blocked in front by Giordano. A lead pass off cut Branson. Shot by Markstrom, not out. Johansson moves it. Here comes Oleksiak, crunched by Pitlick. Zadorov lays a heavy hit on Jonas Donskoy. Now Wenberg out of the corner, cycles high. Oleksiak, a winder wide, no tip for Donskoy. Blake Coleman floats it along for Nikita Zadorov. Gapping up, Oleksiak that time stepping up on Backlund. It deflects on a play. 14:25 left in the second period.
This has really been a heavy game so far. A lot of big hits being thrown on both ways. It'll be a little bit be sore after this one.
Oh yeah. Calgary will actually go home. Their next game is on the road. They had a game postponed in the middle of this. They'll be in Chicago on January 2nd. Drieger leaves it there. Sean Monahan picks it off. McCormick had it. He lost it. Giordano for Jamie Oleksiak. Off the boards by Cole Linden out. Here's Trevor Lewis. Cross corner dump in. Lind squirts out. Monahan lays it deep for Brad Richardson. Broken up by Giordano out in front. Richardson wedged by Oleksiak. Lewis out in front. Turnaround shot. Monahan blocked by True. And now Giordano to a safe area. Gets it out of dodge and out to center. Here's True. Lead pass for McCormick. Defended by Noah Hannafin. To the wall. Pushed out by Richardson. Regained by Seattle's Larson. Jeremy Lauzon. Max McCormick. He'll feed it in. Markstrom where he can handle in the trapezoid. Tkachuk for Hannafin. He gets it back. Tkachuk now for Rasmus Anderson. We approach the 7-minute mark of the second. Tkachuk. Easy chance for Drieger. He was looking for a rebound. Tkachuk out of the corner. Lindholm dogged and broken up by Yanni Gourde. Shillington back out to neutral ice. Blackwell will move it in. Oliver Shillington getting to it for Calgary. Christopher Tannen run into by Gourde. Comes out to center. Loose puck. Shillington had an excellent training camp and earned his spot. Gaudreau goes wide of Lauzon, looking for the hat trick. And maybe Drieger got a piece of it now along the boards. Susie can't locate it. Gaudreau did. Johnny Gaudreau out of the corner. Now McCann gathers in. Seattle skates it out to center. Eberle's in the zone. He's defended by Zadorov. Nobody home out in front. A loose play. McCann with a shot. Shielded by Markstrom. And it goes out of play. Well, 16 had a chance there. And he had a chance here. What a dandy by Jared McCann. Right off the heavy metal. Beautiful look at downtown Seattle. John Forsland, JT Brown, Jen Mueller back inside Climate Pledge Arena. Faceoff will be in the Calgary zone. Just about 8 minutes gone in the second period. The 2-2 standoff now. Kelly Yarncroke scored early in the second period, gave Seattle a 1-goal lead, and that was equalized again by Johnny Gaudreau for the second time tonight. McCann out of the corner. Moved deep in red, broken up by Dylan Dubé without a stick. It's Andrew Mangiapane who's stickless in Seattle. He kicks it out to center. Carson Soucy lays it along the flank for Eberle. Ended off by Markstrom. Centering pass denied by Mangiapane. McCann gets to it. His deferral broken up by Lucic. Dylan Dubé right on the money for Mangiapane. Going wide of Borgen. Takes care of Mangiapane along the far boards. Lucic winds it in for Dylan Dubé. A short-sider stopped. And now covered by Chris Drieger. Another scrum, and now Lucic comes in a hard way on Carson Soucy.
This all started from Mangiapane driving in. Puck's already covered. The whistle goes. You like that when your team steps up for your goalie like that. You can't go in after the whistle when the goalie already has the puck covered. You know you're going to get that response every single time.
Right.
Or you should get that response.
You should get it. You should get it. This is one tough hombre right here. Milan Lucic has been that way for a number of years.
Seattle number 3, 2 minutes each roughing.
So they will control the game a bit here with roughing calls on Will Borgen and Milan Lucic.
You know, with the physicality of the game, you know, they're going to try to get it under control a little bit. I think this could have been a situation where they just take one. They take the person who initiated or started the whole altercation, which is Mangiapane going in and, you know, sticking into Drieger when he has the puck. That's a situation where you can just take one.
Right.
That whole thing that started the altercation, they chose to take two. Either way, they're trying to get a hold of this game.
Lindholm and Wenberg on this draw. Rasmus Anderson let it go for Gaudreau. He'll dance away from Wenberg up top. Johnny Gaudreau takes it in. Dangles on Lauzon. Feeds it up top for Noah Hannafin. He'll assert. Hannafin goes to work on his opposite number, Lauzon. He plays it out of the corner. Lays it back for Anderson. No tip out in front. Adam Larson out of the corner now for Seattle. They try and sort it out. Larson again. Yarncroke. And it deflects off the stick of Anderson with a little help from Wenberg in the Calgary bench. In terms of 4-on-4 hockey, Seattle has scored twice in this regard, given up one. Calgary has one 4-on-4 goal. They've yet to have one against in this scenario. Tanev. Sweep check by Gord on him. Now Blake Coleman out in front. Michael Backlund to the wall, and back it goes. Cradled to neutral ice by Oliver Shillington. This is Backlund. Dogged by 3. One of those Johansson, the other Giordano with Oleksiak, who takes it back. Gord has time to break it out. Yanni Gord fans on a pass. It's help from Giordano. Mark has a goal and an assist against his former team tonight. Now Oleksiak. Marcus Johansson at the line, cuts across. Out in front, tipped wide by Yanni Gord. Giordano goes by Gord, and Blake Coleman will get to it. Out to center. Backlund drops it off. Christopher Tanev pulls in, but Backlund was offside. We get a stoppage. The team store at Chandler's Cove is now closed, but you can get Kraken gear at the Lair, our team store, inside Climate Pledge Arena, now with extended hours even on non-game days. You can also visit SeattleHockeyTeamStore.com for the latest goods. They're always busy inside that place. Now Eberle out to center. Crisscrossing with Lauzon, who has it. Shot rubbed out by the stick of Noah Hannafin. We'll get a break. 9:58 left in the second period. It's a 2-2 standoff here in Seattle in front of a great crowd at Climate Pledge. Islanders on Tuesday the 4th, Ottawa on Thursday of that week. Vancouver has a new coach, Bruce Boudreau. They are 7-0 under him. They are playing tonight in Los Angeles. As you see there, they are red hot. They are goalless at Crypto.com Arena. Ex-Staples Center. Anderson now takes it back. JT Miller had the overtime winner for Vancouver last night. Drieger swallows up that chance from Johnny Gaudreau, looking for a hat trick. 9:44 left in the second period.
Gaudreau definitely has a hot stick. You can see his creativity, being able to shift in and out, being able to make sure that he has a chance to get a shot on net. Even though it's 4-on-4, there's not a lot of room. He's a shifty player. He's able to find a way to get the puck to the net.
Take a look at the out-of-town scores. What a rout by Florida. Of course, Tampa Bay without both of their goaltenders, Andrei Vasilevsky and Brian Elliott. Lindholm and Winberg on this draw. Winberg attempting to win it back. Lauzon gives it back to Adam Larson. You're looking at Jonas Donskoy. Out to center ice. Calgary has numbers back. Donskoy spins around, goes to the corner. Winberg is there. He's checked by Hannafin, taken down. Donskoy dangles along. Johansson fumbles it. On a change, Elias Lindholm for his line mate Gaudreau. Out to the center zone. Marcus Johansson on 12 games without a goal. Here's Winberg out in front, tipped wide by Johansson. An errant pass from him. You see it come all the way back in the Kraken zone.
Well, you're almost on cue for that one.
Trying to set the stage. Out of the corner now, Lucic. Mangiapane, a wedge job blocked by Borgen off Dylan Dubé's stick. Blackwell gets back up. Got Branson. A winder off the stick of Mangiapane. Blackwell can't get it out. Got Branson off the glass. Colin Blackwell knocked down by Andrew Mangiapane. He's taken down by Carson Soucy. To the point, got Branson. Zadorov. A wrist shot blocked again by Blackwell. Dubé. Pass read by Colin Blackwell. Dylan Dubé throws on the brakes. A little stutter step. A little start and stop. Laying along. Centering pass. Off the boards, got Branson. Dubé out of the corner. Moved in by Brad Richardson. Here's Calle Armstrong, who has a goal tonight. Good forechecking by Calgary. They've gotten to another level now. Carson Soucy will dump it out to center. And Nikita Zadorov is back on it. He'll stretch out the ice. Sean Monahan. Cole Lind resets it for the Kraken. This is Alexander True. He rolls in on Jacob Markstrom. He'll feed it this way for Good Branson. 7:43 left in the second period. John and JT with you as always. Giordano. McCormick. Out to center. Alexander True with a self-pass. Oliver Shillington goes to the corner for the Flames. Coleman. Out to center. Three abreast. Come Calgary. Pass intended for Monahan. Coleman off the stick of Drieger. True. Can't get out. Shillington for Tanev. He'll wind it all the way around. There's Giordano. He was hurried up. A steal. Pitlick turns it back. Shot from the point. Pinball's wide. Shot by Shillington off Coleman out in front. And Cole Lind will get it out. Calgary applying pressure. Now it's cleared all the way back in. Oleksiak for Max McCormick. Skated out by Morgan Geekie. will try and get a step on Anderson. Everly is tied up along the boards. Now Kiki. Interrupted by Anderson and fed right back in by Jeremy Lauzon. Calgary coming back to it. Michael Backlund broken up. McCann with a shot. Call the factory. Broken stick. It's covered up by Markstrom.
Unfortunate broken stick there. McCann in a great spot to shoot the puck all alone. It caught up at the top of the circle. You know he likes to have a shot from that spot. He would have liked to be able to get, you know, a full stick on it, full one on it, but sticks do break. That does happen. Unfortunate timing for McCann.
They break easily. Gone to the composites now, and a lot of torque. You can speak to it. A lot of flex in those sticks now.
I mean, that's part of the reason why I like to use 75 flex sticks when I play, so that they would break a little bit easier. Maybe get a call.
Let's see. The retaliatory call, right?
Yep, always.
Now along the boards, Donskoy. Sporting your breezers. Now Gaudreau will send it back. Out of the corner, Johansson moved along. Johnny Gaudreau off the stick of Lauzon. This is Matthew Tkachuk in a second crack at it. He'll go to an open corner. Adam Larson ahead of Johnny Gaudreau. Alexander Wenberg. And Lauzon tried to play it in his skates. Wenberg is dogged by Gaudreau. Here's Johansson. Marcus Johansson. Jonas Donskoy off the stick of Tanev in the screen for a stoppage. 5:41 left in the second period. A 2-all standoff here in Seatown. Silverado drive to the net, the fastest goal in Kraken history to start a period.
Starts with Giordano jumping up in the play, McCann driving the net, but Jarnkrok driving, stopping right at the blue paint, is able to cash in at the front of the net. You gotta like that. 9 seconds, that's a quick one.
And that beat the record previously held by Jordan Everly 15 seconds into period 1 in Glendale, Arizona on November 6th. Special thanks to our great statistician, David Edwards, who will survive this season. Trust me. Out in front. It's rolled all the way back, played outside the line by Jamie Oleksiak. We put David to work over here, JT.
You do.
Yeah, I know.
I don't ask for a lot.
Demanding guy. Dylan Dubé to the outside, Mangiapane. He retrieves it. Shillington, a shot blocked by Jared McCann. Lucic in front. Mangiapane knocking on the door. Tanev. Lucic. He scores. The big guy goes top shelf. Milan Lucic. And Calgary has their first lead.
It's twice now that Calgary's defensemen have found the forwards off to the offside. Lucic is able to get away from the defense a little bit all alone, put this one right up over the glove side. But again, that's a second play where the defense have looked to shoot. They end up finding a forward wide open on the offside. Lucic makes no mistake, up over the glove. Quick shot high, or over the blocker, excuse me, and into the back of the net.
There's been some room on the last two upstairs on Drieger. Lucic with the latest on Calgary's 24th shot. Sean Monahan off the referee. As that one went off Furman South as he attempted to get out of the way. Noah Hannafin stretched out by Trevor Lewis. Carson Soucy picks it off for Seattle. Moved out to center. Noah Hannafin takes it back. Lanes now hit the line with Gaudreau. He'll wind it all the way around. Yanni Gord. Gaudreau taken down by Soucy. Seattle is penalized here.
At 14:56.
So a tough one for Carson Soucy, who gets a word from Nikita Zadorov.
2 minutes for interference.
And here's the interference call on Johnny Hockey.
Going to the front of the net. I think Soucy he's going to argue that Gaudreau went down a little bit easy on that play. He's just trying to box him out, create a little bit more time for Yanni Gourde going in behind the net. Ref is just going to go off of what they see, though.
Third power play for Calgary. Alex Wedberg, Jonas Donskoy, Adam Larsson, Jeremy Lauzon, the quartet of killers for Seattle. Gaudreau sends it all the way around. Matthew Tkachuk jumped over his twig. Monahan, Rasmus Andersson this way for Johnny Gaudreau. To the slot. Shielded a bit by Monahan, regained by Johnny Gaudreau. Go to the wall. Delay. Side of the goal. Dangled by Lindholm. Pushed back for Gaudreau. Johnny Gaudreau has 2 goals tonight. It goes off Alex Wedberg and deflects all the way back in the Calgary zone. $1:23 left in the Flames' third power play. 3:39 left in the second period. 3-2 Calgary. Johnny Gaudreau slingshots it back for Lindholm. Wound in by Matthew Tkachuk. Gaudreau gets to it. Dogged a bit by Donskoy. Here's Anderson. His shot in front. Drieger shuts the door a couple of times on Lindholm, who's taken down in front. Anderson's shot. And a penalty will be called against Seattle. It'll be a 5-on-3.
Seattle, number 6, 2-minute minor penalty for holding.
It's going to be an easy one for the refs to call. There's this mad scramble in front. He just grabs Lindholm and throws him down. You can tell by the way Larsson just went right away, skated to the box, that he knew that it was a penalty.
Probably felt he had to take it, right? One of those situations where he had to take it. 5-on-3 advantage. Calgary has one 5-on-3 goal this season. Rasmus Andersson at the point. Moved along for Gaudreau. Down deep at the line. This is Monahan. Now Lindholm. Anderson calling for it. Gaudreau to the line again. Out in front. Pass detected. Good job collapsing by Calle Jarnkrok. And the Kraken get it out. 30 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Johnny Gaudreau hurries along for Elias Lindholm. He'll walk in. He's hounded by Yanni Gourde. Here's Rasmus Andersson to the outside. Gaudreau center point. For his shot caught by Drieger. No further play.
In a 5-on-3, you're going to have to give up something. Gaudreau up top for a wrist shot. He's trying to get Tkachuk in front for a tip. But out of all the options that they have, one-timers on the sides, that's a pretty good look for Seattle if you're trying to give up something.
Half of his goals, he has 12, have come on the power play. Matthew Tkachuk. He's a heart and soul type guy. Here's Noah Hannafin. Oliver Shillington. Fumbled a bit at the line by Mangiapane. Furthered by Seattle's Lauzon, not out. Fanned by Hannafin, taken back by Jarnkrok. He'll get it out. Soucy's out. So conventional power play, 60 seconds left in it. A 5-on-4 for Calgary. Hannafin moved along Mangiapane, now Shillington. Andrew Mangiapane. Shillington goes across. Backlund, Hannafin with a shot blocked in front. Good job by Jonas Donskoy, but he could not get it out. Shillington off the skate of Giordano. Backlund in front. Lucic is there. Defended by Giordano. Frozen by Drieger. We'll take a look at tonight's Wafed Bank save of the game.
To be right out in front, off the leg from Lucic in front, diving down. They're looking for Lucic in the front, trying to get a little bit of a shot tip. Ends up going off. He has a second look and opportunity at it. Drieger falling down is able to make the save, though.
Critical moment here. 38 seconds left on the kill. 1:50 left in the second period. Seattle now down by 1. They have had 2 one-goal leads tonight. Lauzon off the boards. He'll wipe it out. Markstrom is awaiting. And it's left on a tee for Noah Hannafin. who starts ahead. Lays it back for Anderson. With time, Elias Lindholm, who's really good in the power play and in all facets. The Chuck's pass tipped out to center by Wenberg. 10 seconds left in the Kraken kill. Anderson fed in on Chris Drieger. To the point now, Anderson moved along by Gaudreau. Shoved by Lauzon. Larson's back on the ice. The Kraken stave it off. Wenberg will get to it. 60 seconds left in the second. Donskoy is canceled by Oliver Shillington. The pass broken up. Johnny Gaudreau, lead feed. Tyler Pitlick off the linesman, dumps it in. Out to center, it's Eberle. For Morgan Geekie. Eberle again, through the blue and out. 40 seconds left in the second. McCann, Eberle in back of the goal. Out in front, Geekie hammers it, stopped by Markstrom.
Well, Geekie can really shoot it. You see he winds up right about the top of the circle, is able to get a good slap shot off on this play. Would have liked to have put it to a corner one side or the other. Markstrom comes out, ends up hitting him right in the chest area. Geekie would like to have another opportunity of that where he could pick a side, either glove side, blocker side, go one way or the other. But in the middle of the net, it's going to be an easier save for Markstrom.
Out of the corner, Zadorov moved by Goodbranson. Carried out, Backlund. Ahead of Pitlick and all the way back down. Susie ridden off it. Pitlick to the outside. Zadorov off the stick of Drieger. 16 seconds left in the second period. Goodbranson. Backlund this way for Pitlick, who's hounded by Eberle, and now Carson Susie. Jared McCann with 5 seconds left in the second period. It'll come out to center. This game is volleyball back and forth, and after 40 minutes, Calgary has a 1-goal lead. Stay connected for Kraken intermission presented by Verizon. Calle Yarncroke scored early. That was quickly answered again by Johnny Gaudreau, that time on a power play, which tied the game at 2. But the difference in this game is the third goal, scored by big Milan Lucic right here. 3-2, Calgary. Ross Fletcher has forecasted and make a comeback here in this third period. It was Calle Yarncroke that scored the early goal in the second period, which gave Seattle their second 1-goal lead tonight. Calgary has their first on the goal by Milan Lucic. Snoqualmie Casino Sportsbook. The opening face-off of this third period. Alex Wenberg and Elias Lindholm of Calgary. Hanifin goes across for Rasmus Anderson. We'll be back here at Climate Pledge Arena on Saturday night, New Year's Day. It'll be a night game, and the Vancouver Canucks are in town. We'll start with Kraken pregame, presented by Coors Light at 6:30. Noah Hanifin moved along for Johnny Gaudreau. To the outside, it's Rasmus Anderson. He'll center one, nobody home in front. Jonas Donskoy has control. The Kraken get it out to center ice. Hanifin coming back. He'll start a breakout for Calgary. Just about 1 minute gone in this third period. Christopher Tanev out to center, rejected by Mark Giordano. Out to center again. Kraken captain in control. Rubbed out a bit by Dylan Dubé, and he resets it back for Jamie Oleksiak. Giordano, who started his storybook tonight, the first goal in the game against his former team. Oleksiak to the outside, left it there, picked off by Dubé. He'll send it in. Now Jared McCann lifts it out to center ice. Eberle for Geekie. From well out, good stick by Oliver Shillington. Lucic cushions off the boards and gets it out. Carson Susie goes D-to-D with Will Borgen. It's fed in by Jordan Eberle. Tanev now moved along for Blake Coleman. Tyler Pitlick gapping up Will Borgen on him. Calle Yarncroke attempting to dig it out. Now Shillington lays it across. Just about 2 minutes gone in this third period as Michael Backlund will dump it in. Kraken get to it to the outside. Gord. He'll spin out of the corner and give it away to Zadorov. His shot caught by Drieger. On this day in 1981, Wayne Gretzky had 5 goals against Philadelphia for 50 in 39 games. He ended the season with 92.
92 is crazy. Just to think about that. 92.
You know what's crazy? I believe that was my sophomore year of college. How's that? Out of the corner, Giordano. That's crazy. Now, Tkachuk down low. Sean Monahan. Broken up. Max McCormick out to center. Monahan will clear it ahead, cut off by his former teammate, Giordano. Oleksiak got a stick to it. Out of the corner. Trevor Lewis taken care of. Out of this scrum. It's underneath Calgary's Trevor Lewis. Goodbranson races in on McCormick. Richardson in back of the goal. Tries to wind out. They continue to grind. Alexander True pins it back. Gets help from Giordano. Good forechecking by Calgary. A wrap chance denied, and it's forked off sticks astray. Now Zadorov. Monahan. Wrestled by Giordano. Here's Alexander True. Moved along for Jamie Oleksiak. Through center, a lead pass for Cole Lind. Moved along by Markstrom. Johnny Gaudreau out to center ice. Hit the line, take it to the outside for Tkachuk. Lauzon is there for Seattle. Now Gaudreau broken up. Johnny Gaudreau has 2 goals tonight. Here's Jonas Donskoy. Goes in back of Hanifin. Johansson to the corner. Rasmus Andersson takes over. Gaudreau shied away a bit from Lauzon, but recovers. And now Elias Lindholm for Matthew Tkachuk. Broken up. It slid out by Adam Larson. This is icing.
One of the things Calgary's done so well is they're relentless on the forecheck. They're making Seattle work extremely hard just to get the puck out of the zone. By the time they get out, their forwards need a change, their defensemen need a change. They spend a little bit too much time in their D zone.
Hits are close tonight. You see the face-offs. Calgary has a decided edge there. Just about 4 minutes gone in this third period. Lauzon away from Mangiapane. Now Johansson in the skates of Wenberg at the line. Chopped at by Shillington back out. The Kraken get it deep. Christopher Tanev starts a breakout for Calgary. Out through center. Mangiapane with a shot caught by Drieger. He'll hang on.
It's always a hard thing getting a line change right when the team is coming back towards you. They're going in. You don't really have that set forecheck in the neutral zone. They're able to take advantage of that, get the pucks to the net. Because you have a line change that's maybe a little bit delayed, a little bit late, Calgary's already pushing the puck up the ice.
You know, Calgary's really found their game in terms of their forechecking. It's tough for Seattle now to get it out of their own territory. Here's Shillington. Michael Backlund up top. Broken up by Borgen. Back out. Shillington. Now Christopher Tanev. Will chip and charge. It comes all the way back in. Soucy pressured by Blake Coleman. Backlund out of the corner. Just about 5 minutes gone in this third period. Branson moves in. He gets support from Pitlick, who's taken down. Pitlick will rim it around for Zadorov. He's checked on the play by Colin Blackwell. They'll lay it back for Soucy. Out through center ice. Camped out is Yarncroke. Here he comes. He'll pull up. Blackwell out in front. That's hockey, baby. What a play. Yanni Gord on the finish. And Seattle has tied it.
This line's been pretty consistent all night. A good play going up. Yarncroke stops on a dime, finds Blackwell. Gord going to the front of the net, stopping right at the top of the goal crease. Is going to have a nice little tap in. Not much Gudbranson can do. He's a little bit late on the slide. A nice feed over from Blackwell onto Yanni Gord's tape, and that's an easy one into the back of the net. But they continue to have that motor, that drive to keep pushing the puck north. That's what that line brings you.
They go tick, tack, goal. Beautiful finish on a beautiful play. 3-3 in a new story. Eberle off the boards. It goes deep. McCann. Eberle in back of the goal. Geeky's out in front. Giordano hammers one off a body blocked, and now a foot race ensues. Trevor Lewis trying to get to it. EQC has a scoring summary as you take a look at it. Eberle now plays it in back of Hannafin. Checked a bit by Geeky. Brad Richardson will take over. Carried out by Calgary's Sean Monahan. He'll dump it in. It's all the way back. Alexiak in control. An errant pass will sail by Markstrom. This is icing. They wave it off. They play on. Both teams will change. Now Johnny Gaudreau hits the line with Tkachuk. A short side bid off the stick of Drieger. It goes out of play.
Well, it's a good time goal there. They needed that if you're Seattle. You want to make sure you're not waiting too late to get yourself back into this game. You had to score 2 goals if you wanted to win or to take the lead. This is a good start. You got to be able to build off that, though. Right. Shift by shift, continue. Even though you may not have had the best 2 periods, you can break it down into a 1-period game.
That's right. New game now. Locked in front. Wenberg has control. Here come the Kraken. Johansson looking for Donskoy. Excellent back check by Johnny Gaudreau. Tanev to the wall. Johansson for Seattle. Now Wenberg. He'll cycle high. He'll take it out. Create space. It goes off the stick of Tanev. Larson. Johansson. Interrupted. Lindholm can't get it out. Christopher Tanev will take over. Here's Tkachuk. He'll slam it out. The Kraken cover up. Wenberg resets it. Jeremy Lauzon will look over the change. Play it along for Larson. Will chip in charge by Yarncroke. Stutter step by McCormick. Defended by Gudbranson. To the point. Susie awaits. Dylan Dubé off to the races. Yarncroke. Heck of a job coming back. Good work by Seattle's 19. Lucic. Pressure. Tied up along the boards. Dubé. Back it goes. Gudbranson. Moving across for Zadorov. Screen shot blocked in front by Susie. Gord through the center zone for McCormick. It's chopped at. Lucic gathers in. The big guy cuts across. Milan Lucic defended in front by Jamie Oleksiak. And the Kraken send it out. No icing. Hannafin back on it. Flushed out by Gord. Now Michael Backlund will start out. 12:29 left in regulation time. Tied at 3. Coleman cuts across. Wedged wide by Pitlick off the back of the goal. Tyler Pitlick tries to make it happen. Blake Coleman stood up. Defended. Broken up. Carried along but not out by Geeky. Backlund gets after it. It kicks out. And Calgary can reorganize. Hannafin now starts the breakout for Sean Monahan. He'll dump it in. No icing. Out to center. Tanev will draw it back. Cole Lind is all over him, and now it's drawn in by Shillington. To the center zone, and you see it come back in Kraken ice. Drieger leaves it there for Will Borgen. This way for Adam Larson. This is Colin Blackwell. He'll lift it out to center. On the down and out, it's Lind, who touches up offside. We get a stoppage. 11:31 left in this 3rd period. This would be a hockey play, and a beautiful play, and a finish here by Seattle's 37, Yanni Gord. Casino, EQC is giving away 2 tickets plus $5,000 for the big game. Visit the EQC mobile app for more, and by McDonald's McDelivery. Never miss the on-ice action with McDelivery. Download the McDonald's app to start your order now. The great Seattle Wheel, the great JT Brown at my side. Interesting story now, tied at 3. A tip chance, patted down by Drieger. The tip from Elias Lindholm. And the shot taken by Noah Hannafin. The two former Carolina Hurricanes combined. Now, Jonas Donskoy. In deep for Wenberg. Tied up along the boards by Noah Hannafin. It kicks out to Marcus Johansson. Wenberg's pass detected. Gaudreau had it. He lost it. Now Hannafin pops it out. Through center. Johnny Gaudreau cuts in. Drops it off for Tkachuk. The pass encumbers Lindholm. Kicks around. Johansson skates it out. Will turn back in his own zone. Laying out to neutralize Zadorov at the line. Gaudreau. This way it's Lindholm. His shot caught by Drieger. If you really want to flex your fandom, you need to get a Kraken license plate. The best part of these plates is a portion of the price comes back to support One Roof Foundation. These can be purchased from Washington DOL or visit the site listed on your screen.
Maybe I should get Jar Jar on a license plate.
You should. Your favorite character. Jar Jar.
I think it'd look good.
Yeah. I want to see it. Now Giordano. Look good on your vehicle. Now Giordano out to center. You might have to explain it to a few people. We're in the dark like I am. Now comes out to center. Dylan Dubé turns. Forced by Giordano. Lucic carries it offside. He shot it after the whistle. That'll get policed.
Similar reaction to the last time when you got the poke in on the puck where it was already frozen. Same thing will happen if a shot gets blown after a whistle. You always want to go in there, and you're always going to give them an extra little shove. Doesn't end up going into anything more than that.
Right.
But it's just that little, you got to let them know every single time.
Thunderbirds with a win tonight over Spokane. Giordano now for Alexiak. Through center. Geeky. Guarded by Dylan Dubé. Was off his stick. Pinch in by Giordano. Mangiapane spots Shillington. Here come the Flames. Lucic will steamroll in. Out in front. Good stick by Drieger. It's in play. McCann out of the corner. Rims it all the way around. Calgary is changing as Lucic and others hail a cab and finish the change. Now Goodbranson. Michael Backlund will get it in. Chris Drieger out to play it. We have surpassed the halfway mark in this third period. Tied at 3. Gord. Blackwell steer wide. Yardcrow. Look for the short side there, and now shortening up on his twig is Michael Backlund. Out to center. It was by Pitlick. Here's Borgen. A quick up. Gord. Blackwell. Looks for Gord. Defended by Goodbranson. We'll move it to the wall. It's chopped at. Yarncroke, a spinner off the glass. It goes out of play. We get a stoppage. Zadorov and Gord. The long and the short of it. I believe Yanni Gord is chuckling a little bit. I don't know how he can, but he can. 9:14 left of this third period. It heats up in Seatown. Take a look at beautiful Climate Pledge Arena. Stockton, he's been lights out there. A member of the Everett Silvertips after Carter Hart went to the NHL. Mom and Dad are here. They live in Everett. He was born in Southern California. They must have a connection. They have great seats. It's not easy in this park.
Definitely not.
Good on Dustin. Saw him in training camp. Dan Vladar, the #2 goaltender, was on the COVID list. He's not ready yet, so Wolf was summoned from the AHL to back up here tonight. Now Jamie Oleksiak. He's a 7th round pick. 6-foot-tall goaltender, which is unusual in these days. Now Eberle carries in to the outside, just wide. Morgan Geeky zings it right through the crease. Oleksiak, no tip available. Lewis not out. Good keep by Giordano. Eberle will settle it down. Nancy Dan pass finding Oleksiak. Now Rasmus Andersson out to center. He'll go off on a change and dump it in. Kraken captain Mark Giordano will start the breakout. Approaching 1,000 games in his great career. It's rolled all the way back in the Calgary zone. Shillington. He's hampered on the way out. Donskoy to the wall for Wenberg, denied by Lindholm. Calgary gets it out. Here's Lindholm. Now Tkachuk. He'll clear it in. Larson steers it. Lauzon moves it. It eludes Christopher Tanev back out to the center zone. Under 8 minutes left here in Seattle, tied at 3. Now Shillington. This is Mangiapane. Knocked down. Goodbranson. Off Soucy. Off the glass. Bill Borgen is back for Seattle. Dylan Dubé to the outside. He'll cycle out. Turn. Look around. Cut in. Off the goal stick of Drieger. That's some kind of save. Now Soucy out to center. Borgen. Move to the outside. Blackwell on the off wing. Cuts. He spun himself down. Goodbranson. Checked by Gord. 2 men in the forecheck for Seattle. Mangiapane lays it out to neutral ice. He's dogged by Max McCormick. Now Adam Larson. McCormick feeds it in, and Hanifin looks around. See it from ice level, all the way back by Lauzon. It's a foot race. Coleman has Backlund out in front, and the Kraken do an excellent job, led by Lauzon, to get back. McCormick, this way for True. He was defended by Hanifin. Now McCormick out of the corner. Pressured by Anderson. Here's Alexander True. Wrapped up by Hanifin. McCormick lays the body on Anderson, and it comes all the way back to Chris Drieger.
Someone's not happy.
No. More commentary. Now it's Geeky. Moved along. McCann. It's tipped on a play. We get a stoppage here. 6:08 left in regulation time. Washington College savings plans. Get and dream ahead. Should have a great finish. And it was a beautiful finish by Yanni Gord that tied this game for the Kraken. This is Shillington now. Goes off Johansson. Bounces over the stick of Wenberg. Johansson will send it in on Markstrom. Jacob will move it off for Shillington. Now Johnny Gaudreau with a 2-goal performance. Out to center, it's Tanev. To the outside, Tkachuk. Off a stick, off the glass. In play. Donskoy took a hit, made a play. Lauzon furthers it. Tanev came creeping in. And now Seattle breaks it out. Wenberg moves it across. Lindholm inside his own line. 5:29 left. Seattle will get Vancouver here on Saturday night. Now Goodbranson. Shadowed by Blackwell. Drieger. To the corner, there's Soucy. He'll play it to himself nicely. Blackwell survives the forecheck. Borgen, Gord, back for Borgen. Across they go, just wide. What a chance for Kelly Arnbrook. And it comes out to center. Big collision involving the linesman. Now out of the fray, it's Goodbranson. Swallowed up by Drieger. And some rough stuff out in front. Yanni Gord, he's a pot stirrer. Let's leave it at that. Stick around for the finish as we go down the stretch. All right, Jack's new perfectly spicy $6.99 spicy cluck sandwich combo, and by Symetra Life Insurance Company, first founding partner of the Seattle Kraken, and your teammate for whatever lies ahead. John, JT, and Jen back with you inside Climate Pledge Arena. Beautiful Seattle Center. False start off the draw. We get down to the fine details as we head down the stretch. It's been a grinding game again. And the Kraken, JT, have done a good job building a game here in the third period.
They have shift by shift. They've been getting more offensive zone pressure in the third period versus the first two. You got to like the way they're going right now. You just have to stick with it for the final 4:49.
Yarncroke will cross sticks here. Face-off win by Tyler Pitlick. Rasmus Anderson for Hanifin out of the corner off a defensive stick of Borgen. Now Blackwell gets it out. A foot race. Anderson clipped by a stick from Gord. That's a tough break. Yanni Gord will be penalized. It's high sticking. I believe a minor penalty. They'll check it out though. If there's an injury, it's more. We'll see.
Seattle number 37, 2-minute minor penalty for high sticking.
Get another look here. Yanni Gord going for it. It goes right off the side of the visor. As soon as Anderson throws his head back, that's where the ref's going to see it. High sticking. He's trying to do the right thing, just trying to do a stick lift. The problem is Yanni Gord's one of your better penalty killers in this situation. You'd love to have him out on the ice.
Yeah. And of course, Brandon Tanev, done for the season. Knee surgery. Gaudreau has 2 goals. Kachuk out of the corner. Diagonal pass finding Anderson. Now Johnny Gaudreau. Chip right on. Good save by Trigger. And that little tip chance from Sean Monahan. Rasmus Anderson will quarterback his way through center. Here's Monahan at the line. He'll pull up on Larson. He's dogged by Larson and Jonas Donskoy. It eludes Johnny Gaudreau. It comes out. So 30 seconds have been killed by Seattle. Power play number 5 for Calgary. Gaudreau darts in. He's the magic man. He'll clear it around. Kachuk. Anderson guarded by Yarncroke. Here's Johnny Gaudreau. Good stick by Larson. Anticipating the pass. Monahan. Kachuk. Will settle it down at the line. Sean Monahan. Saucer pass off the stick of Yarncroke. And some time killed and a change for Seattle.
Really good sticks there, not allowing the puck to get through to the middle. It also allowed Donskoy to change. He didn't get a change on the initial because it was the puck was still in the neutral zone. He had a long shift out there. Getting the puck 200 feet was good for him to get off the ice.
Now Hanifin moved in for Backlund out of the corner. Noah Hanifin from the point. One-timer. Shillington stop. They score. And it's Andrew Mangiapane with his 18th goal of the season. And 17 now have been scored on the road, and Calgary has a 4-3 lead.
It's a simple play up top. You're going to do a little bit of an umbrella. The one-timer goes off. A juicy rebound right off the pad. Mangiapane finds himself in the right spot at the right time to add to his lead-leading road goals. Puts it in easily. Shillington doesn't necessarily go for a shot that's trying to go up under the bar to score. Perfectly placed off the pads. Rebound goes right out in front.
Yep, rebound right out in front. And the cash in by Mangiapane. Calgary again has a 1-goal lead. Dubé out of the corner. McCann to the point. Giordano, he'll settle it down. A wrist shot patted down by Markstrom. Directed to the corner now. McCann off a body off Dubé. Held in by Giordano. No tip out in front from Kiki. Here's McCann to the outside. Fielded by Everly. Back toward Giordano. Tipped in. How about that? It's Jared McCann with the magic stick, and Seattle answers right back.
You could feel Seattle's urgency on that shift. Multiple pucks being just thrown towards the net, trying to get pucks in. McCann, this puck is going wide. If McCann does not get a little bit of a piece of it from out front, Giordano just throws the puck to the net. You have a high tip and a screen in front from Geekie. Markstrom is not able to see that, not able to get out past, pushing out to cut off some of that angle because you have Geekie standing at the top of the crease. A really good play from Seattle.
So Jared McCann had 14 goals last season. That was a career best. He has 13 now. New story again. Shot taken, and they score. I'll take it all back. It's another news story. Unfortunately for the Kraken, it favors Calgary. It's Matthew Tkachuk with a stinger and a 5-4 Calgary lead.
Back-to-back games giving up a goal right after Seattle has scored one. Pucks bouncing around, not able to get full control, get the puck out. Tkachuk finds himself a nice little open area and is able to just go quickly on and off the stick. Able to beat Drieger right through the legs, right under the 5-hole. You see, he throws his head back. He wants that one back. That's one where he hopes he can have that save. The team needs that save. You can't give up goals that quickly after you score. Again, it's biting Seattle.
Point well taken. 2:25 left. So the hill presents itself again, and the Kraken will attempt to climb back. Goes off Eberle. Wedged out by Pitlick. Tyler Pitlick on the off wing, lowers the shoulder. Canceled by Giordano. Pitlick out of the corner. Moved along by Oleksiak. He spots McCann. Now Giordano for Eberle in a give back. There goes Drieger. Just under 2 minutes left. 6 skaters out for Calgary. Hannafin out to center. Picked up by Soucy. He'll draw it back. Empty net scenario. Here comes Eberle. Chopped at by Hannafin. It's in play. Pinned a bit on the wall by Yarncroke. Eberle in control of the point man. It's Carson Soucy. His pass finds Yanni Gord. He'll play it back for Johansson. One-timer. Soucy stopped by Markstrom. Rebound. Eberle blocked. Fanned on by Gord. Now it's rolled up top. Johansson. Chipped out of play by Soucy. We get a stoppage.
Good look at a chance here from Gord. Eberle pulls the puck to the backhand. It's blocked nicely by Backlund. That puck is just rolling. Gord is not able to keep it on the ice. Rolls up and over the stick. You got to think that Seattle's going to take a timeout here, settle those guys down, get them a little bit of rest, go over what they want to do here in this final minute 18.
Mark Giordano against his former team has a 3-point game with a goal and 2 assists. So we'll talk it over here with 1:18 on the clock. Calgary looking for their 16th win of the season. They haven't played in 19 days. 3 goals in 43 seconds. And the script has turned back and forth. Calgary, Road Warriors. Right in back of Carolina, who won tonight at home. So, Kraken Nation will do their best. Daryl Sutter, again, has done a great job with this group. Yarncroke, Eberle, empty net. Eberle on the wall, hounded by Lindholm. Gaudreau has 2 goals. It looks for Tkachuk. Giordano, hounded, broken up by Gaudreau, but the empty net off a body wide. McCann's on it. We'll move it to the wall for Eberle and a give back. Giordano out to center. Yanni Gord moves in on Tanev. 50 seconds left. Out of the corner, Wenberg for Seattle. Tkachuk, Shillington to the outside. Gaudreau off a stick for the hat trick, just wide. Now Yarncroke is back on it. Read by Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk goes to work, supported by Lindholm. With a yawning cage, Gaudreau delays, lays it back for Hannafin. Off a body wide, 23 seconds left. Wenberg, a steer out, not out, and a goal. Noah Hannafin. That'll put it away.
Well, you could tell Calgary was looking for Johnny Gaudreau to try to find that hat trick. He had a good opportunity to shoot. He didn't. Selfless play. It ends up going back out top to where Hanifin can shoot it and get it into the empty net. But you could tell they were trying to find him that hat trick tonight.
Yeah, they were. Well, solid team effort by Calgary. And Seattle will be stung by these two in overtime loss. Last night, 40 shots by Calgary, 6 goals, 22 shots by the Kraken, 4 on the board. 14 seconds left. Vancouver is here on Saturday night. We will start with Kraken pregame, presented by Coors Light at 6:30. Calgary goes home for a day, then they hit the road. They'll be in Chicago on January 2nd. Susie at the horn. That's all. Jacob Markstrom gets it done. The Kraken again, JT, they fought hard, but your final comments.
Yeah, they fought hard. They stayed within the game, even being down in that third period, got themselves into a position where they could win the game. Untimely goals that they're giving up has came back and bit them again here today.
Final count, Calgary 6 and Seattle 4. Let's go back downstairs. Here are Ross and Allison.
John, JT, thanks very much. We'll try as he might. A goal and an assist tonight for Mark Giordano, but not the triumphant return against his former club, playing Calgary for the first time. And Allison, the Kraken pushed right until the end, but Calgary are one of the strongest road teams for a reason.
The Kraken really stayed within themselves. I agree with what JT just said there. They never gave up the fight. Just a couple mistakes, again, cost them some of those nasty response goals. They get one, but then they get one right back. Kind of a killer for the night. A
crazy 3 goals in 43 seconds in that third period late on. Ended up being the defining factor. It's 4 straight defeats for the Kraken. They pushed all the way, but they go down 6-4. We will have full post-game reaction next.